Could I hum Winnie the Pooh without getting in trouble?
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground.
So you're framing it for the shelves, right?
Correct. This will be for the, this is basically a frame out for, like, where the bookshelf is going to go.
That's gonna be so cool.
He's a good one.
He's a good one.
Yeah.
He's pretty. He's little. Pretty little.
I'm sheetrocking the entire loft. And put sheetrock all on the exterior of that. There's also a few clips I need to do for the PEX plumbing. I'm very scatterbrained, so that's why all of this is being mixed matched together. But it'll all come together in a reasonable manner.
Just trust the vision. It will all come together, absolutely.
But yeah, for now we're gonna get that PEX plumbing secured back to that that joist there. And then, so what I'm going to do now is secure the rest of the PEX plumbing that's hanging down to the floor joist that's behind it. And then we're going to work on putting sheetrock up there, getting the rest of this framed up and everything. Also going to do some bracers in between there. There's going to be some dead spots and stuff where the sheetrock ends, like up there at the top and stuff. It's not incredibly crucial that this, I mean, it's not a load-bearing wall. So, like, I mean, of course it needs to be secured correctly and stuff, but, like, it doesn't necessarily have to, you know, bear weight or anything. So that's why it's not exactly, you know, blocked out with a header and everything like that.
Right, just because it's storage.
Yeah, exactly. There are, like I said, going to be some blocks in between there just for the dead spots on the sheetrock and stuff. But other than that, it's going to be basically for the aesthetic there.
Oh, this is going to look amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah, definitely. Eager to get this done. And this should also help with some of the heat that we're experiencing. The way the tree line is, and then because of the people that took down all the trees next door, a lot of the evening sun is like beaming down on this side of the house. We've noticed that it gets pretty hot towards the 4 or 5 in the afternoon. We're debating about whether or not we want to do insulation in the floor joist. We had also talked about doing an exposed joist for the ceiling. Of course, if we insulate the ceiling, we wouldn't be able to do the exposed floor joist option. But we're going to see if putting up this sheetrock and kind of blocking off some of the heat that's up there will help out regarding the heat that we're experiencing in the kitchen. If it's still terrible come 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever, then we'll explore the option of just going ahead and doing the insulation in the ceiling, and then, or at least on those joists there, and then doing sheetrock on top of that rather than doing like the exposed joist look or anything like that. Over here on the other side, we are going to have to do an AC unit in that window. The reason we're not doing one over here is just because it's a loft for storage and stuff. This is going to be accessible for the kids and grandkids, depending on who you are.
Yeah, it'll definitely need a little AC and heat unit up there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, getting the sheetrock up and everything like that, especially on this loft over here, will definitely help some of the insulating process. Yeah, it's just this Texas heat is beams down on that.
This Texas heat is something, isn't it?
For sure. Yeah. So that's what we're knocking out today, getting some of the sheetrock up and stuff. My van's been in the shop for the last week. Incredibly frustrating. If you guys want to buy me a new Mercedes Sprinter van, 2023, I like black. That would be perfect. It'd be awesome. Just donate it to the channel. We'll set it up. It'd be a tax write-off for you or whatever. But yeah, so we're getting a crack back at it after a week or so off. Enjoyed a nice, healthy vacation for myself. And then, yeah, so going to get this all put up. We're also getting getting more sheetrock ordered to finish out the ceiling, the rest of the loft. I think there's a little bit in the bathroom needs to be done, and then the master bedroom needs to be done, wrapped up as well. And then there's also going to be shiplap ordered as well. This accent wall that's up against this back kitchen wall will be shiplap, which, yeah, Chip and Joanna Gaines would just be absolutely thrilled.
I said shiplap, and Tyler was
Thrilled.
so excited about doing shiplap.
It's like a tattoo artist doing flames. It's like, I'm sure they just get so tired of it. It's like, oh, another skull with flames. If you're doing upper cabinets, do the upper cabinets prior to doing the bottom cabinets. Why is this crucial? It's so the bottom cabinets aren't in your way. So prior to setting any of the bottom cabinets, go ahead and knock out the uppers. And then that way you have the space to actually be up against the wall. You're not reaching over your range, countertops. I mean, the bottom cabinets in general.
Trying to lift an upper cabinet over a lower cabinet.
Exactly. It just makes it 10 times easier if you're that much closer to the wall whenever you're doing your uppers. So I'm so ecstatic about the lapel mic. I hope that the quality of audio on the channel is now that much better.
I hope so too.
Yeah, for sure. So happy to be back again after a week hiatus from my lovely, lovely van breaking down on me. But yeah, eager to get back at it and everything. Thank you guys for tuning in and stuff, and eager to see progress throughout the week. Smash that like and subscribe button. Share with all your buddies. Make me go viral. I need a new van. As soon as you carry your large piece of sheetrock up the ladder, you want to make sure that you remember that you forgot your drill.
Can I grab it? Do you need me to hold something?
No, it's okay, Rhonda. I got it. I'll take care of everything. No, I'm joking. This is going to be a little tricky as well. I basically didn't set it. That's why I didn't bring my drill.
Seriously though, do I need to hold one side of it up or something?
It's okay. I forgot. I'm kind of getting it up here for fitment first. The angle isn't correct on this side. I don't have my tape either, though. I suppose that might help.
I have this tape if you don't have your tape.
It's like a roll of duct tape.
No, it's a tape measure.
Okay. I'm going to do some math. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, I can be super helpful.
No doubt. It's a team project.
Saved you one trip up and down the ladder.
Yeah, I suppose these measurements would be easier to make on the ground. But no sense in making things easy for myself. You know what? I'm going to make things easy for myself and get down from this ladder. I'm so glad I have a lapel mic now. You guys are able to hear each of my profound, profound thoughts as I make my way through my carpentry career. Stay tuned. I might twist an ankle.
Oh, please don't.
Shoot myself with the nail gun. So hang around. The trick with sheetrock is you got to get under it. Heck yeah. It's go time, friends. I have to be family friendly for all of you.
Yes, we are family friendly.
So I was mentioning earlier, sheetrock is fairly easy to work with. You don't have to have like a big saw or anything like that to cut it. You're best off with a really sharp utility knife and being careful. So what you do is you mark your line where you're going to cut it or whatever. And then you mark it with a pencil and then you score it with your utility knife. And it's fairly easy to do. I'll show you guys in just a second what it is I'm talking about. Really not liking these angles on the sheetrock, because it's so much easier for me to not have to do trigonometry while I'm doing this. What happens?
Please let me know if you need me to hold something or help.
You've known how to hang sheetrock this whole time. You hadn't told me?
No.
No, I'm just teasing.
I can grab a screw off the floor that dropped.
Uh-oh, I'm going to throw a couple more down there for you. Just to make sure you're on your toes. Whoa, speaking of being on your toes, this piece of sheetrock almost fell out.
Careful.
That would have been crazy for views.
You need these, or do you have more up there?
I've got more up there that I'm going to keep throwing down.
Is this a game?
All right. Okay. Boy, sheetrock is cumbersome.
Heavy?
Slightly. Just unwieldy, if you will. YouTube. Will you allow me to call sheetrock unwieldy? Is that permittable on the interwebs?
Very much so. This is already so weird after having that open all this time. That one little piece is like, whoa.
I don't know if my britches are up all the way for you guys.
They are.
A little. Nice. Let me throw another screw down.
I'm not putting you indecently on YouTube. Don't worry.
Perfect. I'm not left-handed. To make a particular type of screw gun drill that is specifically for sheetrock screws, and it's actually built in with a. It's kind of got like a built-in clutch, basically. So a clutch, it stops. It'll stop you from screwing in too far. Once it's so tight, once it encounters so much torque, it stops. And so it keeps you from going too far into, I don't know if I got this one set right for sheetrock screws or not, but. So as it gets further in there, it keeps me from going too far into whatever it is I'm drilling into. And sheetrock guns are specifically for this. They're also loaded with like, it's almost like a little clip. And they're, yeah, kind of a lot easier. You don't have to hold the screw or anything. I don't believe so. But I'm a cheapskate, and so I'm going with what I got. And if you're a cheapskate like me, then you can use your own little drill as well. You can still get the job done. You just have to be really mindful of how you go about. I don't know if this is OSHA proper or not. I don't have that step like I usually do. Left-handed. I'll hold that for now. Get up there in a second and do the rest of them. And score it, typically with, again, a really sharp utility knife and a little bit of willpower. It's best to use a sharp blade, fresh blade, in any instance, whether you're cutting catfish or carpet.
Ooh, catfish or carpet.
Because it's just easier. A dull knife you have to force, and so you tend to cut yourself more. I'm an expert though, so my knife's dull. And there's some instances where you are going to have to... Oh, okay, that's already... Where you are going to have to cut some things out. Just because the little score and cut method, or the score and, break method, isn't going to necessarily work. So what we do is go in here. Delightful, everyone. It's just me and you guys now. And sheetrock, again, doesn't require a whole lot of effort. You don't always have to do this, but depending on where the sheetrock falls, you may have to, So in those situations where we do have to do a little bit of a plunge cut, you're able to do that. What's cool about these is, yeah, you can also get started for like, say, like light boxes or outlets. It's really easy to get a start, you know, and follow along a square line. But in instances where you have the option, it's really easy to score and oh my goodness, making a mockery of myself because of how dull my knife is. Score and cut this this sheetrock, and yeah, like I said, it is gypsum, so I mean, you're basically cutting through a soft rock. It is it's going to dull your blade pretty quickly. I also have a sharpening stone somewhere around here, so it's good to keep one of those on handy. Sometimes you can get a little bit more life out of your blades with sheetrock. It's just that you'll be changing your blade so often because of how coarse and rigid this stuff is. And so that's why I'm like, well, if I can sharpen it up and get 3, 4, 5, 6 more cuts out of it, then I am all the better. Saves me a little bit of time. Ugh. Yeah, again, that's the outside to a drill that's specifically for sheetrock. Is you don't have to exactly hold the screw in there. I mean, it's almost like a nail gun, but of course it does screws. I know what you're thinking. Tyler, how are you so awesome at all of this? And the truth is, I'm just winging it, dude. I'm just winging it, dude. I'm like a little baby bird, just winging it. Make sure when you're doing sheetrock and you're up on a ladder like me, that you don't, boop, bump my head. You don't grab onto the sheetrock. This stuff is not structural at all. I mean, it will break if you put anything on it. That's why we're going to put some dead wood behind there at these seams. And here it's not so much of an issue right here, just because this joist falls here. But yeah, like this top seam, I mean, I am using scrap sheetrock, so it's not falling like right where I'd want it to and everything. So we're going to have to do some dead wood behind there, just make sure it's secure and everything like that. But other than that, that's going to be that. Yeah, I've got to order more sheetrock, a few more sheets. Well, it's a warm one today. Nothing has changed regarding the weather other than it getting worse. It's getting far hotter. Dr. Pepper time. So, we're getting some Dr. Pepper. I want a small one that's meant for the children, or a large one meant for a grown man. There we go. I knew ever since I was young, I was probably 4, 5, 6 years old. I was like, you know, one day I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be a vlogger. Some kids are like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a dentist. I want to be a firefighter, a lawyer. No way. Find what you like and just continue to do it over and over. Even if you are bad at it, if you like it, then that passion will drive you to continue to create things. And eventually you'll start to get better. I believe it was Seneca the Young that said, if you would like to improve, be content to appear stupid. And that is very much the case. The first step to learning in a lot of instances is failing. failing drastically. We got some plumbing running behind here. Probably isn't the best situation. I might take it down, add another board so it'll have a little bit more space in between it and whatever gets driven through this wall. I mean, I am building the rest of the house, so I don't know that there's going to be anything other than what I'm putting through the joists. Yes, dropping screws, giving Rhonda work. It's so nice to have you guys step into my mind for a little bit. Like I said, the next step is going to be a GoPro camera so that y'all can see everything I'm doing.
GoPro is next. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly. I'm going to be like the Ken Block of carpentry. Rest in peace. He was a phenomenal race car driver, and yeah, he always had an action camera strapped to him.
Oh.
Day 47 with the lapel mic. Hello, YouTube. Sheetrock is a lot like, it's like digging a hole. You think you can do it, and then you're halfway through it, and you're like, what have I done? You know, like, why did I think I was capable of doing this? You know, and that's a lot what sheetrock is like. It's just unwieldy. Your hands get dry. You're miserable when you're done. The only upside to it is that you're getting to watch me do it instead of having to do it yourself. No, I'm joking. The only upside is that you can see your progress fairly easy. Well, I want to do this. Musashi Miyamoto, I think that was his name, was a swordsman from feudal Japan. I think he lived in like around the 1600s. He had won, let's see, like 60 some duels throughout Japan. But he had said that the way to become a great samurai is by learning how to write poetry, how to do carpentry, how to like write literature, and different things like that. And I think that's a crucial aspect of life to take in, is that it's important to try to learn things. That's not far over enough. We'll go with that. So again, cutting sheetrock is really easy. You just score it lightly. And then you come back through after it's been snapped and basically cut the back. I didn't even score this thing yet. What am I doing?
So you're not where you need to, I suppose?
Oh, I scored that edge. That's what I did. I still need to score the other edge. Back down the ladder we go. If you have any questions about sheetrock, in all seriousness though, feel free to leave your comments. I'll be more than happy to address, I see what I need. Address comments regarding sheetrock and stuff. I'm definitely not an expert at this stuff by any means, but I know enough to get me into trouble. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yeah, it's not too bad. Tape and texturing can be a little bit of a hassle.
Not looking forward to that. Even though we're probably not going to do texture, we still have to tape and float it. I see you're not helping with the sheetrock at all, young man. That's quite all right. How you feeling, baby? He did so good with this little surgery. Reese. Hi, handsome.
Yeah, so again, right now we're just using some of the scraps of the sheetrock that were left over from the rest of the kitchen and stuff prior to a new order of sheetrock coming in. Uh-oh, let me kick a few things over on the way out.
By all means, go right ahead.
At any given moment, I could fall off the ladder or cut myself
Please don't.
or hurt myself in some particular way. Be sure to stay tuned to find out if I will. When you're really made aware of the risks associated with carpentry, it becomes quite clear how at danger I really am. I mean, I might as well be diving with sharks. I got a blister and I don't know what from. I don't even know what tool I was using that would warrant a blister on the middle of my finger. Like, these Gorilla ladders are really fancy. This is where I would have you click an affiliate link if I had one. They're really easy to carry. If you don't have, you know, a full 16 foot in your vehicle or whatever, typically you have at least like 3.5 or 4 feet, and you can fit. They come shorter as well, but yeah, they're really, really handy. They expand to quite a bit longer. On top of a ladder doing sheetrock, I can't think of anywhere else in the world I would rather be. It's another one of those instances where just using the score method isn't going to quite work. And since I'm too lazy to take the piece that I put up there off, I'm just going to use my utility knife to score through it until not only is the piece removed, but my blade is also beyond usable. Me and YouTube are having a fun time, Rhonda. What you want to do is take this piece of sheetrock and throw it down on your mother-in-law's laptop.
Did it help hold that up?
No.
I was holding that.
Whoa! Nice. Ah. I'll probably have to trim this down up here. Oh, baby. It's significantly hotter in the top half of the house.
I'm sure. Wow.
This looks
It appears
like a
so.
beaver gnawed my sheetrock. But that's okay because there's going to be a corner bead on there and it's going to be taped, floated, rounded, all that jazz.
Break time.
I suppose.
Looking good.
Better.
Way better.
What's up, YouTube? Finishing sheetrock today. At least this half of the loft. If you're wondering why this part looks a little peculiar and patched in, it is because I'm using scraps from the rest of the job.
Kind of a good area to use up the scrap sheetrock for, huh? Since it's kind of odd shaped all the way across.
Yeah, definitely. I am currently standing on top of a ladder. This is probably not recommended.
Probably not. Safety first, folks. One thing we've been discussing as well, with it being so warm in the heat of summer here, is putting up radiant barrier in that loft to try and minimize some of the heat coming through the metal.
Right here,
Yeah,
like a sheetrocker will be able to mud over that.
right.
I say a sheetrocker like I'm not one. I'm not. I don't like drywall. I would rather not do it. But yeah, we'll be able to float that out when we.
Reese is gonna help by laying in bed. Sweet puppy. Talk about a puzzle game.
Guys, I needed to be quiet enough to hear the grass grow. I have to focus. I'm just joking.
It doesn't even have grass.
darn near got this bookshelf done too. Ooh, you're getting it.
That looks fantastic, Tyler. It really does.
Thank you. I love it. The shelves are going to be so cute over the door. Storage loft all closed in. And grandbaby loft. Now we just got to figure out the stair ladder thing for them to get up there. Oh, yeah, there's that one piece. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to do shiplap on this wall as well. I know I'm going to do shiplap on this back kitchen wall. But I think probably this wall as well. Oh, progress.
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground.